Welcome out for Proto. I'm out for Proto, and tonight I'm doing another midnight stream. I did not think I'd be streaming this late at night. So I haven't been completely transparent. So I said I was waking up in the morning and going for a jog. It's more like I happen to be up and I'm like, well, the sun's coming up. I guess I'll go for a jog. That's closer to what I've been doing. So since yesterday, I didn't stream because I was tired. I was as tired as I am now. But the difference was I didn't take my nap. So I said, okay, if I take a nap at 11 a.m. by 1 p.m., I'll be ready to stream at about 5 p.m. That didn't happen. I slept till 4 p.m. and I was still tired, and I'm still tired right now. And it's midnight. Because I woke up and then I ate dinner and I washed the dishes. And then I watched the Dragon Ball tale that was released today. And it's amazing animation. You should watch it. But yeah, I'm a little bit groggy still. But I'm here for you guys and gals and everyone in between. And I am going to stream some Blazing World Stars. Batrice, I gotta finish this DDT. We're gonna pick up where we were. I'm going to get the highlights done. And once I have the highlights done, I will work on the shading. And just overall, just making everything more cohesive and better. So let's go back and see what we left off with. Alright, we can deal with this, right? Yeah, this midnight stuff. I mean, come on. People are sleeping. I told my niece and she was like, well, look at it this way. You're getting in contact with people on the other side of the world. It's daytime somewhere, right? I'm like, yeah. DeMarcus 008. Yo, what's up? You're up this late too? How was your holiday? You enjoy Independence Day? Oh, on Saturday. I've actually kind of off because on Saturday my brother had his Independence Day party. And we left at night and then I came home. So in my mind, Independence Day was Saturday. So the 4th was on Saturday and I got my days all mixed up. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm trying to establish good working habits. And a habit that isn't good that I'm establishing right now is staying up until midnight before I do my work, and that's not good. That's not good at all. But I'm doing the work. I actually need to work some more on the Hyper Dragon Ball Z finishers. I've got some good news. At 4 a.m. yesterday, I applied for my job at Way Forward as a stage tile pixel artist. I filled out a cover sheet, turned it in. I hope that'll work for my references. They'll see the games I've worked on, Blazing World Stars. Blazing Strike, Hyper Dragon Ball Z, and oh man, I should have included that game too. I don't know if that ever got released. Anyway, yeah, they should see it and be impressed enough. They should see my work on my DeviantArt or whatever and know that I know what I'm doing. I'm going to try my best to establish as I speak that I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Hey, I know what I'm doing. The Marcus 008 says, I have a question. What software are you using to create sprites? Because I keep adding words. Because I can't find anyone to help me with a Mugen that I'm trying to create. This is a sprite. I think it comes with a Humble Bundle on Steam. But I think I'm using it separately. You can use graphics scale. It's a little more. They all have their own challenges as far as programs. It took me a while to learn graphics scale. And after getting used to it, it took me a while to get familiar with A-Sprite too. But me getting familiar with A-Sprite was sink or swim situation because I had to work on Blazing Strike, and after I got a Windows update, it wouldn't let me use graphics scale anymore. I usually use the wand. I mean, the lasso tool. I usually use the lasso tool, but just use it online and the fill bucket. DeMarcus says, "Do you have any recommendations for me to try out?" Just graphics scale. That's free, and this A-Sprite. Those are only two that I know of. There's some software. I know Archive. What I originally started off making sprites with was Microsoft Paint and a free program that's discontinued called Magix with a G, I think, and an X, and that would animate GIFs. It's so old. It's like turn of the century 2000s stuff. Right when I first got a computer. But I wouldn't recommend that. I recommend graphics scale because it's free now. It's freeware. Yeah, it has a timeline. It has layers. It doesn't have any eraser. What you use is the background color to erase. It's like if I wanted to erase something, I'd grab this color and then just... That's how I would erase. DeMarcus says, "I've been wanting to make a Mugen called Power Rangers versus Street Fighter." Yeah, you could do that. You could either use pre-existing sprites or you could make your own. I would probably use mostly Super NES ones. Some people like the Genesis ones a little more. Well, yeah, Genesis probably are better. But for the civilians, I would use the Super NES. Because Super NES Power Rangers, the actual Ranger suits, they're all just Red Ranger recolors, but they actually had different body types in the Sega Genesis one. I was originally suggesting the Super NES one because they have more stylized proportions. A little chibier. They're not really chibi, they're just kind of rounder. But Power Rangers aren't really that round. But, you know, when they're in teenager mode, they're rounder too. I mean, well, civilian would probably be better way to say it. DeMarcus says, "I just don't have anyone to help me just yet." Yeah, that's the thing about Mugen. You have to, if you don't know how to program or if you don't know how to sprite, you have to find other people that can do that. That's one of the reasons I wanted to join Team Z2, because I wanted to make characters, but I can't code. It's not that I attempted to learn how, but it's when you don't have anyone to help you, and you're just going by tutorial videos, sometimes you run into situations where they say do something, you're like, you need to know something else to know how to do it, or you can't find what they're looking for, or it's a different version of the program that they have. Yeah. DeMarcus says, I can't code neither. Yeah. Me neither. Yep, you just gotta find help. Originally I didn't use, come on, that's manipulative. I asked Axel Lord. That's who helped me. I don't remember if there's pats at the bottom of this boot. Well, I guess I should... Oh, there's actually a rip right here. I think this may be a fold and that may be a crease, but I think that's a rip for sure, so... Yeah, it's right there. But I'll add it to all these frames. I skipped one of your messages. DeMarcus says, I don't want to just throw things together. I want to sit down and take some time and make it. I tried to get Balthazar or B to help, but he told me that he's not taking commissions anymore. Oh, wait, you want to use original sprites? Or just make the game? I mean, what characters do you want in the game? I mean, you can use Street Fighter Alpha sprites, and you can use... I know that Balthazar did make a Blue Ranger. It was movie-based. It was original Blue Ranger, but it was movie-based. With some easy edits, you could turn that into... If you're going Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, MMPR, you could get blue, red, and maybe green and black from it. Just, you could explain it to me. What characters do you need? Are you going to use Balthazar, or are you going to use, I don't know, like I was saying, Super NES or Sega? Sega. I say Sega. That's how they say it in the game. And then the commercials, they used to say it that way. I've heard people say Sega. What? Sega? What? We talking about the same thing? It's a Sega. Right. So here. DeMarcus says, that's the thing, I don't want to just add Mighty Morphin characters, but I don't want to flood. Oh. Why won't this chat go backwards? I want to put in top characters that stand out from each series. It's going to be a few that I choose. Oh, like Battle for the Grid. You want to choose characters like from different series, and you could use Street Fighters from different series too. Oh. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that a straight up Power Rangers game would be fun. It would take a while, though. It would take a while longer than mixing it up. Because if you throw in some Capcom characters or... I mean, that fills out the roster faster because they're complete. So I understand that. Like, my problem with the Justice League versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was I just wanted a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game. I didn't care for the Justice League part. And I still haven't gotten over that. I have friends, I have a friend who does the dialogue on that game. He's a writer. His name's Psycho Blue. And he was like, well, just play it like it's Tournament Fighters 2, like you want. I'm like, it's not the same. It's not the same. But yeah, I do think it would be a cool idea to have a new Power Rangers game. Gabar Johnson says, LOL, wow, I'm doing this hurt animation for a client of mine right now. Cool. It's not often I encounter fellow pixel animators. That's cool that you got a client. I've actually... Oh, man, maybe I shouldn't do that. Yeah, don't do that. I've actually, Oh, okay, let's add this. I've been doing okay with clients for the past week. Last week was actually pretty decent. I was like, wow, I'm actually getting work done. I'm not used to people actually ask... Like, I do these streams, and besides, you know, this game I'm working on here, my one-off sprites haven't been doing that great. And I did those Sailor Moon sprites. The fact that I got those two was... I was like, wow, that's cool. Then before that, the week before, I got someone else's, you know, a commission from someone else for 2 characters, and I was like, wow, that's cool. I don't know if he's intending to start a game or not, but I think it is cool to see your characters in sprite form. Like, even if you're working on a comic or something, it's something to aspire to, you know? To one day have a game with your characters in it. I would assume. That's how I feel, you know? So I can press the F button and it'll fill it up. I don't know, that seems a little off. That's not too bad. I actually like herd animations. I like animating those. If you do them really well, they're the most expressive animations you can get out of a character. Just like them looking like they're about to hurl or something. Gritting their teeth or just yelling or about to just like eyes bugging out and stuff. You got to look at the Blanca stuff and the Zangief sprites or Marvel superhero sprites where they just turn into a blur and stuff. It's awesome stuff. Marcus says, but yeah, I would like for that to happen, and plus I want to add a few Zorts and Cyberbots in the game as well. That would probably go from Mugen into Ikemon. Because then you can control stuff like features of Zorts and all that a lot easier. But then the X-Men wouldn't need Zort. Well, yeah, the X-Men wouldn't need Zorts or Mecha. So I guess you would have to, at the least, edit Cyberbot Robot Mecha into, I don't know if every character, like in Cyberbots, you can, any character can use any mech, right? Only some characters have like distinctive mechs that they pilot. But if you have a bunch of Street Fighters, is that a mosquito or a fruit fly? Better not be a mosquito. I don't want to get bit. Yeah, Battle for the Grid had Chun-Li. I'm starting to say Chun-Li because I think that's the way you're supposed to say it. I've been saying Chun-Li for all these years. It's not that big of a difference, but I'm just trying to break a bad habit by saying Chun-Li instead of Chun-Li. Chun-Li, 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 Chun-Li. I don't think most people make a big deal about it. I think in the anime, Guile says Chun-Li a few times. At least that's how I remember him saying it. Garber Johnson says, have it be a item drop like Metal Slug. DeMarcus says, yeah, but I just want the bots and Zorts fighting. Yeah. You know what? The older I got, the things that I appreciated the most about Power Rangers were the Ranger suits and the Ranger action. Not really the Zorts. I could actually watch Power Rangers without the Zorts at all. It seems obligational now, but, you know. I actually prefer the suits over the Zorts. Uh-oh. Come on. Starting to think Battle for the Grid's the same way. They prefer the suits over the Zorts too. Hope they get some updates for that game. Usually they have characters announced months ahead of time, like Scorpina and Rita were announced way before they were actually done. I think I like that. I'll leave it like that. But how would you go between Power, like the Zorts, just the actual street fighting? Should it? What if it was set? Well, just to differentiate itself from everything. What if it was set up like King of the Monsters the whole game? Like, what if it was 4v4 and it was kind of a 3/4 view? You could move around and hit buildings and stuff, or pick up things and throw them and stuff. That's something a lot of people aren't doing. the 3/4 angle. Most fighting games are side view now. But would give it more of a Power Stone-y feel. That way people won't be like, well, I could just play Battle for the Grid, or if I want to play Street Fighters with Power Rangers. Okay, I gotta focus on these arms. That's what I'm doing. DeMarcus says, the only thing I'm good at is making music. Well, you just gotta design the game. Cyberbots are gonna be the guest of the Street Fighter side. Okay. Ziakuma will be the game as well. Alright. But yeah, you should probably do Ikemon instead of Mugen. It'll probably give the game more freedom. Well, it definitely give the game more freedom. There's a lot of things that Mugen can't do. I didn't learn certain things until I joined Team Z2. It's like the transformations. You could do color palette swaps, but you like characters like Gotenks, when he goes Super Saiyan 3, that's a new palette. And if he can't get thrown. He's invincible to throws because if he gets thrown, he'll revert to the original sprites. And I did not realize that. But Ikemon Go, I think it's immune to those problems. Because the game's locked in. Hyper Dragon Ball Z is meant to be moddable and adjustable and stuff. With Ikemon, those games are meant to just be the experience that you're given, I think. I don't think you can add characters or anything like that. I think the game's locked in. Yeah, Ikemon. DeMarcus says, oh, you're talking about Ikemon. Yep, I'm talking about Ikemon. I said it the Japanese way. It's like Mugen. I used to call Mugen Mugen. But if it's supposed to be Japanese, it's Mugen. Or Mugen. Mugen. So. Yep, that would be the way to go. Yeah, I could help you, but as far as like projects for fun, Hyper Dragon Ball Z is the only project that I can work on for fun at the moment because I just need money. I need money so bad. Not that the sprites I get commissioned aren't fun. It's just that I don't know. I really, really like Hyper Dragon Ball Z. So I like to I like to give it priority over other stuff. But if I have there's commission work that's priority over Hyper Dragon Ball Z to me, and then there's actual work. Like if I got that way forward job that I want, then I'd have to put that over everything else. then I'd have. I don't know if I'd stop my commissions, but I'd have to stop working on Hyper Dragon Ball Z for a little bit. That was a problem when I was working on Blazing Strike. I was working on Blazing Strike, and there was some really cool stuff happening with Pilaf at the time, and I was like, I'm gonna have to put this on hold for a few months. But I kept messing with the character because I was like, this is turning out really cool. This is fun. It's way more fun than finishing sprites and animating pull ties and stuff. I am looking forward to the game, but you know. I was feeling more fulfilled from Hyper Dragon Ball Z than Blazing Strike at the time. Plus, I was going through some hard times at that moment. You know, it wasn't just a pandemic and stuff. It was like losing my brother and stuff like that. So Hyper Dragon Ball Z was actually making me happy to work on. It distracted me from the grief. But yeah, I can't. At the moment, I can't code. I don't see myself never being able to code. I just need to find a platform where it was like very easy for me to understand. They have that saying, it's you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and I've kind of been like that for the past like 10. I don't know. Even as a kid, it's like new concepts are hard for me to grasp. Maybe when I was like 5 or something, I would absorb stuff like real quick. But by the time I got to 5th grade, I was set in my ways. Maybe 4th grade. I guess I just can't focus long enough to really grasp the concepts. Downloaded content. Hello. Says, are you working on any Hyper Dragon Ball Z characters? Not at the moment. I'll probably do that on Friday. Just for fun. I know people like the Hyper Dragon Ball. Oh, you mean like tonight? Or you mean in general? Because I am, just between, the people here, I am still working on Pilaf. Pilaf's not done. The Pilaf project's still going. Yeah, in general, I'm working on Pilaf still. Me and Rock Hawk. But yeah, on Friday I'm gonna try to stream for fun. And I think in general it's gonna be Dragon Ball stuff because I like Dragon Ball. Everybody else likes Dragon Ball. Superheroes getting released. Maybe I should make the Gammas or something. That's topical. Yeah, my primary audience is Dragon Ball related. And I worked on Blazing Strike. Nobody really showed up. I mean, I know that it's a new game and it hasn't released yet, but that really surprised me. I doubt that when the game is released, people are gonna start viewing my old streams like, whoa, look at this. He's finishing up these animations, and oh, look at that. He's adding ripples and waves to the jackets and stuff. Yeah, I added my own flourishes to animations. They weren't they were good, but I felt like I just wanted more. It looked like they were just done to get done. I am rather detail oriented. maybe why this animation's taking so long. Uh-oh. Some Frank West thing. DeMarcus says, how long does it take you to work on a single sprite? Downloaded content said that Xeno Goku was excellent. That Xeno Goku took me 4 hours. And I look at it now. The problem is I look at that sprite and I'm like, uh-oh, there's some things I should probably fix on it. And yeah, if I actually end up animating that sprite, not as a full character or anything, just, if I feel like animating the stance, for example, I would change a lot about it. Not a lot, but I'd change some shading and lighting. Fix the elbow. Like the back elbow has light on it, but the front elbow that's in the front doesn't. And that irks me. I think that the front elbow should have lighting on it if anything. The back elbow probably shouldn't. But it turned out cool. It's just that it was one of those situations where on stream it's not that great to watch somebody debate if they're gonna change an elbow or move some lighting around or something when it's like it looks done. So as long as it looks done, I guess it's done. Oh, I didn't have a problem with the face. I actually liked the face. It was once the face got started, once I took the reference and edited the face, I was happy with that. It's basically an edit of Balthazar's Goku. And I think I think that works. Because if I spent too much time on the face, I wouldn't have gotten to the cool stuff like the arms and the back. That's really what I wanted to get to when I was spriting that. Just shading the arms and the back. Okay, I'm going to use the lasso tool instead. Because I'm running into I'm covering the lines, and I don't want to cover the lines. I think I smell food. Someone warming up some chicken? But yeah, I like the face. It turned out good. I remember the last Dragon Ball Z character I worked on, I think, was Dodoria. There's something, it kind of turned out the way I want it, but not really. Before that, I worked on a Janemba. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way that turned out. I even animated it. I was not happy with that animation. It was bad. I didn't like the stance, and I didn't like the animation. But I like that Goku. So that's the Iron Fist thing. Any techniques for shading? Yeah, the one I used in um for that Goku was pretty good. It's just a lasso tool. You make a shape, and then you fill it in. Start with a middle color and go from there. Put it over the fill in everything flat color. Do the flats and then go over with the highlights. Yeah, this is something I couldn't do in graphic scale. The lasso tool in graphic scale is bad. I didn't like it. The color replacement tool was the best thing about graphic scale. But yeah, I've been waking up or staying up and going for a walk in the morning. So I think that if I get in better health, then I think everything will fall into place. Being tired and lethargic and sluggish is going to be the last thing I'll have to worry about. It'll probably help my focus too. I'm not as focused as I need to be. I've never really been focused. But there is times where I get into a zone of focus, you know? I think I'm gonna just make this arm smaller. This is kind of weird looking. Where, you know, you're in the zone and you could just get things done. Yeah, I get like that sometimes, but not as much as I used to. Like these streams help me get focused on the work I'm doing. But if I wasn't streaming, I don't know, there'd probably be a YouTube video on, and then I start watching that and then forget I was working on this. And that's not good. Bucky Cap. Did he actually name this video Bucky Cap Blue? Yep. No, Bucky Barnes. Bucky Barnes Captain America. Okay, that works. But yeah, techniques for shading. I'll do what I did last time. So I'll just use this black. So you got the circle, and then you have, I guess you would fill it in with this color. Then I'll use lasso tool to go with, you know, over the top and grab a lighter color. And is that it? Is that the lightest color? Oh, wait, okay. There. Highlight, medium color, dark color. And then you would anti-alias it or something. So I guess you go like this. Grab this. And that's anti-alias. Grab this. Grab this. Oh, shucks. This. Yeah. And that's how you shade, I guess. That's how you shade with a lasso tool, anyway. That's why I like it. Don't have to brush around for the most part. It's good to refine details, but if you don't have to, yeah, it saves time. Does folds increases help? Um, it's they're good for if you want wind blowing or something. They're cool to have waving and everything on a character. Uh-oh. But yeah, it does keep the character from looking flat. Shoot, okay. There we go. Bastion. Omega Sentinel. When Prime Sentinels attack. Okay. That's the thing that's playing. Yeah, the shading on the clothes it can be tricky. Especially Hyper Dragon Ball Z style. For the most part, you just have to remember how the lighting hits in Hyper Dragon Ball Z from above. Alright, let's watch this real time. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to stop. This is going to be a short stream. I'm sorry I keep streaming so late. But yeah, the sun came up at 6:29 yesterday, so it's probably going to come up at 6:30. And I like walking at sunrise because the sun isn't out. And it was 80 degrees before the sun came out yesterday. So it's probably going to... It hit 104 yesterday. It's supposed to hit 107 this weekend. So I'm going to try to keep walking. It's throwing my sleep schedule off, but I don't know. I hope I can start streaming at least. I wanted to start streaming at 5:30 or 6, but in the afternoon. But no luck yet. No luck. I know people are at work usually. But some people come home before work. They go in the morning time and then they come home in the afternoon. And catch the people who are coming home in the afternoon. So, there's two things I want to work on, either this or this. Yeah, I'm gonna get this part. I think that would be the easiest to follow, so... Okay, go back, go back. There we go. That works for me. No, save! Ah, come on. Don't do that. The thing about when I make mistakes like that, it's potentially a leak for Hyper Dragon Ball Z, usually. Sometimes. Like all that stuff that was like in my files, that's all the stuff I've been working on. So like if you paused it, you could probably get an idea of what we're working on. So I shouldn't. Matter of fact, I probably shouldn't even be talking about this right now. Um, let me go back to this. Hope I saved it. Yeah, I saved it before I closed it. So I may need to delete that part of the stream. Oh, great. But you'll never know. You'll never know if that's a leak or not. You'll never know there's leaks. If there's a leak there. Maybe it was something I was working on for fun or something. Right? Maybe it was a commission that no one knew about. Wait, these are the same frame? Oh, come on. Uh-oh. Okay. Copy this, put this here. Okay, that is CPS2 original Victor from Darkstalkers. Victor von Gerdemheim. Oh yeah, I've got to learn how to do a German accent. What does that audition do? Huh. When I try to do a German accent, the only character that comes to mind is Krauser from Fatal Fury, the second one, where Terry's a drunk and stuff. That's Paul Dobson's voice. He voiced Zarbon in the Ocean Group version of Dragon Ball Z. He voiced Anubis in Ronin Warriors. and he voiced Billy Kane in Fatal Fury. Which was interesting because usually I can tell his voice. Like his Anubis voice, I didn't know that he was Billy Kane. I didn't know he was Krauser. I knew that, I think, not Jamin. I don't know what the other guy's name is in the Fatal Fury motion picture. But I knew he was playing that guy. Because it sounded like Billy Kane. And Billy Kane was in that movie, so. Oh, here I am. I'm saying Billy Kane when I was the dude saying I wasn't going to say Chun-Li anymore. And say Chun-Li. Well, Billy Kane's different. That's a different situation. Billy Kane just sounds cool. Khan. I don't think there's anybody in England named Khan. Plus Billy Club, Billy Kane. I mean, it's a play on words for sure. So I'm gonna keep saying Billy Kane. Uh-oh. Riku. Alaba. Uh-oh. Yeah, I didn't hear back from that mascot costume job that I applied for. I should have been more confident about my sewing ability. I was a little too honest, I guess. I really think that I could have gotten better if they would have just hired me, but I guess I gave the impression that I wasn't willing to learn. That's no good. It would have been cool to say, yeah, I'll work on costume. But on the bright side, I applied for Way Forward, so hopefully I can just say that left me an opportunity to do the application for Way Forward, or I can say, yeah, I'll work on video game. I got Shredder's Revenge. I look at that and I'm like, man, I probably could have worked on that game. But I think I was afraid I wouldn't live up to the hype, and I don't know. I wouldn't be disciplined to get the work done. But I think I'm over that now. Oh, did you want me to do an example of how to shade on clothes? Because that is difficult. Creases and all that stuff. Because it varies depending on what you're working on. Okay, the music stopped. Pleats old thing. Okay. Come on. Get serious. I really thought I could finish this off stream. Sure. Yeah, that's the thing. Most people get more work done off stream, but I get most of my work done on stream. I feel like I'm wasting opportunity to show people my work when I'm off stream. Nah, shucks. Right, this is why I try not to use the pencil tool. It takes a little bit longer. For similar results, so it's better to use the lasso. Oh, shoot. Alright, how long have I been streaming? 1 hour and 5 minutes. So this probably equals out to about an hour of work, right? Let's look at this animation. Just focusing on the jacket. The arms look alright. Not having this colored in is bothering me. This area right here and maybe back here is, I don't really care for it not having any highlights on it. Oh boy. Yeah, that looks like it makes more sense. Maybe this. Yeah. DeMarcus says, "Well, AP, I'm out of here. About to hit the sack." Yeah, I'm about to head out too. I'm just making some finishing touches. Because if I'm gonna wake, the thing is, I stayed up. I keep staying up late working on this stuff, and then end up having to. I lay down for like 15 minutes, and then it's time to go walk. So yeah, if I can get 5 to 6 hours before I go walk, that's gonna be great for me. So let's look through this animation one more time. And make some slight adjustments, and then, yeah, I'll be on my way too. But thanks for showing up. I wasn't expecting anybody in my time zone to be here. DeMarcus says it's understandable, bro. Yep. Yeah, I wish I could just invite you on the stream. I'll have to set up my own Discord before I do something like that. But I'll probably have to talk on Discord through my phone to do that. Because Discord running on my computer slows down everything. Oh, shucks. DeMarcus says, yeah, I stay up late sometimes. Sounds good. Yep. Hey, you should probably start doing some streams again. I'm interested in seeing, you should probably just do an update, if anything. An update stream for everyone will know how, how your music's going. Because, you usually get a decent crowd of people with your streams. Just so they'll know what you're working on. What you're planning on making. Maybe, just asking for suggestions on themes. Or, hey, if you make a video, you could ask them for help, see if there's anyone who knows anyone who can make Mugen or anything. I really don't know that many people on the internet, artistic people. On the internet or in my own personal life, I'm usually the person people come to when they need something artistic done. DeMarcus says, I usually post in my community tab. Yeah, I see it sometimes. But yeah, I get a lot of community tab stuff because I'm subscribed to over like 1,000 channels. That's no exaggeration. I'm literally subscribed to over 1,000. When I say like and subscribe, I guess I'll listen. Lucario GX96, hello. You actually caught me at the tail end of this stream, Lucario. I'm going to be finishing up very, 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 very soon. I'm just trying to make these animations look a little bit better before I... Oh, shucks. Before I stop. Just something I'm happy with. Because I'm really not that thrilled with the way some of these look. DeMarcus008 says, I'm currently making music for this Mugen game called Ultra Gym Fighters. Yeah, I've seen that. I don't know what... Well, I've seen that you're making music for it. I don't know what the game is, though. If it's anything like Pocket Fighter, which is... I had no idea that the American name was Super Gym Fighter. I thought that was a Japanese game for Pocket Fighter, because the PlayStation game was called Pocket Fighter. It's weird. That's a very strange revelation I had. That looks alright. DeMarcus008 says there's a YouTube named Swagga Kings that's working on it. Oh, okay. If it's anything Pocket Fighter, if it's anything like Pocket Fighter, I'm kind of interested because I love that chibi style. That's usually while I'm working on younger looking characters. Okay, let's see how it looks now that I've changed some stuff. Wow, I like that much more. It doesn't look as unfinished as it did before. Yeah, I'm satisfied with going to sleep with it looking like that. So I guess I'll play this while I say thank you to everybody. Yes, basically Pocket Fighter. Okay, yeah, I'll check it out because I'm really curious what characters are in it. Is it Neo Geo Pocket or is it literally like Gym Fighter Pocket Fighter? Except Swagga just wants to use normal sized characters, yet the game flies out. The gyms fly out. Aww. Aww. Aww, not normal. Aww. I'm disappointed now. The great thing about the chibi super deformed characters is you get to see their facial expressions a lot clearer. They can emote better. You can see their, yeah, just emote better. You can get a lot more out of them. But yeah, I'm going to say my goodbyes now. Hopefully I can do this within a few seconds. Maybe a minute. Thank you, DeMarcus. Thank you. Dang, I can't. Why can't I scroll through here? Lucario GX96. Thank you. He says keep up the great work. I mean, Lucario says keep up the great work. I gotta stop assuming people's genders. DeMarcus008 says LOL, but that's what he wants. Yeah. I mean, the most charming thing is, I guess it's the gameplay, but to me it's the art style. You could take the gems away and I'd still be happy with the art style. Plus, in the back of my mind, I know that Donovan wasn't in Pocket Fighter, so if Donovan sprites from Gym Super Puzzle Fighter were... That's the thing that was getting me. What would Donovan look like in Pocket Fighter if you took his puzzle super... These names! There's like 4 names flying around in my head. If you took Donovan's Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo sprites and added his required animations like walking and crouching attacks and even the transformations, what would he look like? That's been in my mind. And a few years ago when I did experiments with the Pocket Fighter sprites, making them myself, one thing I wanted to do was make a Lilith. And I was going to make Lilith from her appearances in... Oh, wait. I still have the American flag stuff up here. Where is... Why is it still there? Oh, anyway, that's my face cam, so yeah. That's too much. There we go. Sorry about that. A little too patriotic. What I was going to do was... I actually made a Elena, and I made a Lilith. And I was thinking about making them into Mugen characters, but I just wasn't focused enough. I didn't have the support, and I couldn't code, so I didn't see the point. Here's some... I'll show this. This is pretty cool. These aren't my Gym Fighter characters. These are Omega EFEX. They actually showed up around the time I was learning this style. One thing I learned was you can take the hands and feet from the full-size characters and throw them onto these characters' bodies, and they usually work. Yeah, this is too small to actually show off, so... Oh, DeMarcus says he's gonna put characters from Pocket Fighter and Puzzle Fighter in the game. Hey, I thought that you said that he was going to be using full-size characters. I'm confused now. I'm looking for my sprites that I made in Pocket Fighter style. LMN. The M would be for my. So HIJKLM. There it is. My sprites. Right. So who did I make? I made a Vega, Strider, Wolverine, a Mika. There's a Lilith, the dress. So I got one of her poses done. I like this Gin. Julie, Junie, Karine, Cammy. My Captain Commando is really janky looking. Bison and Delta Red Cammy. But yeah, these are really, really old. And this is a commission I got from... I didn't make it. It was made for me by Kiwi. Of 2D Will Never Die. It's Gungrave. Brandon Heat. Very, very cool. This is his casket. Anyway, yeah, I should go to sleep. So, once again, I'd like to thank everyone who showed up. DeMarcus says, and they're gonna fight in some type of stadium. Huh. Yeah, I'll look the character. I'll look up the game and I'll give it a look. I'll get back to you on that. Thanks everybody. Thanks Lucario. Thanks DeMarcus. Thanks. Download it content. And that's the stream for tonight. It's a short one, but I got a good amount of work done. I don't know if it'll make much of a difference. But yeah, I'll probably be working on the line art, cleaning up the line art from black to color and black. You know, I'll anti-alias the lines next time, probably. Unless there's more to follow with the highlights and the shading and stuff. We'll pick up with that and then finish off with that later. I don't know if it'll be the next stream or the last stream. So, GG's. Until next time. Be seeing you. Stay out of trouble.